The FTC has opened an investigation into OpenAI over potential consumer harm. But how can it harm consumers when you can't even eat it? I'm Jacob Rush, this is TechLinked, and this is a 20-page letter sent to OpenAI by the FTC requesting documents regarding the company's large language model development and training practices, as well as OpenAI's data security. The FTC obviously has a lot of questions about things like March's ChatGPT bug that revealed users' chat and payment information, and how OpenAI refines its models to prevent ChatGPT from hallucinating and making up facts. On top of all that, the FTC also intends to investigate if Sam Altman may have raised his incredibly popular AI child on private information. And they're not the only ones in legal trouble for data collection. A class action lawsuit has been filed against Google for allegedly stealing data to train their chatbot Bard, filed by the same law firm that filed a similar class action lawsuit against OpenAI last month. This newer lawsuit claims Google has been secretly stealing everything ever created and shared on the internet by Americans. If true, this would be the most brazen American theft since Nick Cage stole the Declaration of Independence.
My favorite documentary.
Can you believe that they kept the camera rolling long enough to get the sequel? I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. It's almost as good as a documentary where he fights animatronics. LG Electronics is planning to offer a subscription-based home-as-a-service platform for its appliances. Want seasonal DLC for your dishwasher? Want an AI assistant for your oven? Want unlockable premium content on your fridge? No? Well, that's too bad. The motivation for the change was, of course, money. You see, LG realized that, tragically, the average household will buy at most one $4,000 premium smart fridge every decade, but they would strongly prefer that you simply paid them forever instead. LG outlined its goal to increase its annual income from $51 billion to $78 billion over the next 6.5 years, an increase of 53% through these kinds of subscriptions. To do this, they plan to spend $39.5 billion on research and development. Isn't that like half of what you want to make? That doesn't seem right. I don't know if the math works out there. I'm kidding. I know it's overtime. It's worth noting that last year LG had its highest revenue ever, but alas, executive want number go up. I would hope that consumers would put their foot down and refuse to engage with this obvious money grab, but you just know there's a bunch of whales that are going to blow thousands of dollars on microwave transactions. Man, I can't wait to get the freaking red microwave cosmetic skin. The Perseverance rover has found signs of organic matter on Mars, according to a study published in Nature. Organic matter in this case is molecules containing carbon bonded to hydrogen or other carbon atoms, not evidence that there used to be Martians growing artisanal farm-to-table produce. A team on Earth was able to find the matter using an instrument on the rover called Scanning Habitable Environments with Raman and Luminescence for Organics and Chemicals, or Sherlock to its friends and sexual conquests. Using Sherlock, researchers looked at 10 locations in the massive Jezero crater and found organic compounds at all 10. Now, organic compounds are the building blocks of life, but this doesn't mean there are aliens on Mars, especially since everyone knows they left years ago to abduct transients under orders from Bigfoot.
So what you're saying is no Sherlock.
Correct. To determine the origin of the compounds and whether they are evidence Mars once sustained life, they need to be brought to Earth via the Mars return mission, but that might be difficult because the US Senate just slashed the mission's budget due to ballooning costs, and I have to say how disheartening it is to learn that Bigfoot has infiltrated the US government. How can you not see that? He's a very, very large creature and just covered in hair. How can you not tell?
Read the signs!
Wake up, sheeple! Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Samsung. Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked event is coming up, and who knows what they're going to unveil. Obviously, their next-gen Galaxy phones, laptops, and smartwatches, but what else? Maybe we'll finally get that smart can opener we've all been waiting for. Oh, just me? Alright, but you can reserve a device now, all with no deposit required, and Samsung will even give you a $50 credit. Check out Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked event on July 26th and head to the link below to reserve your new device today. Quick Bits are like the little forehead kisses your mom used to give you, except now you're grown up and you're receiving them from a large bearded man. I like to think it's more special. ASUS has confirmed that the ROG Ally's SD card reader can malfunction under certain thermal stress conditions. This issue has been a big deal recently due to the popularity of the handheld PC. Fortunately, ASUS said they will be releasing an update to help mitigate the issue, but it may have the side effect of increasing fan noise, something that is only ever good if you're a live band. And I'm not a live band, ASUS. I'm a person. Why can't you see me for who I am? Google has launched public testing of NotebookLM, previously known as Project Tailwind, which is probably why its logo looks like a stylized cartoon fart. Just like that. It's essentially a mini AI assistant trained on your own documents. According to Google, a med student could upload neuroscience articles and ask NotebookLM to create a glossary of key terms related to dopamine, which has gotta suck for all the residents who just graduated. Can you imagine that? What am I gonna do with all these notes I just made? Oh! Currently, NotebookLM is available only for Google Docs and only in the United States, because the rest of the world has sealed America behind an airtight glass dome. I'm sorry if this is how you found out. You'll never be able to see your girlfriend that lives in Canada that you totally made up. The Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IE, has released a new standard for a light-based communication network, i.e. Li-Fi. It's like Wi-Fi, but it's made of lies. If by lies, you mean photons, and I do. The idea of Li-Fi has been around for years and could increase data transfer speeds up to 100% over existing Wi-Fi, but it's been difficult to implement. Hopefully, one day, our children will be able to blind pilots with a single laser carrying an AI upscaled 4K 14GB copy of the Star Wars Holiday Special. That's what the pilots will sound like when they crash to their deaths. The CEO of TinyBuild, the studio that publishes Hello Neighbor, a game about spying on people, indicated that he might possibly be spying on his employees, maybe. But don't worry, it's for their own good. At a conference, he described how TinyBuild uses AI to monitor its workers for burnout, which he himself called bizarrely Black Mirror-y. Apparently, it involves identifying workers that use the words I and me too often and talk a lot in meetings, and then firing them. But the CEO has since said this was all purely hypothetical, so just forget about what you heard and start using the royal we at staff meetings.
I think we need more breaks.
We have been working too hard. And Ubisoft has announced a collaboration with haptic skin suit maker Owo, I don't know how to pronounce it, for the upcoming Assassin's Creed Mirage. The product page for the Assassin's Creed Mirage Edition haptic gaming system promises you will be Basim, the protagonist of the game. And I believe Owo, based on the library of simulated sensations advertised on their site, including light abdominal wound, severe abdominal wound, being shot, and being shot but with an exit wound. You know, when I think of the fun parts of gaming, I always think of the grievous injuries my character suffers. Why not simulate something enjoyable, like a pat on the back or my dad saying he's proud of me?
Unrealistic.
I haven't had milk for years. But I'll be proud of you if you come back on Monday for more Tech Linked. Of course, I'm always proud of you, but I'm just less proud of you when you disappoint me. So don't.